little bit late today with the market because, you know, OTS Curry Carl Ultimate Rare just had to happen. Let's pass on over to Market Watch. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Ross content. So we gave the warning yesterday, sounding the bell, assuming that, you know, the Testina stuff was going to come down. And it came down pretty hard, actually. Now, we still don't know if the cards are going to be good. But the moral of the story was make sure that you have your Testina stuff. The new cards are supposed to deal with set monsters, which, to be honest with you, one of the things that the deck kind of needed was, I mean, yeah, you can set all of the opponent's cards that you want. We just have to be able to clean them up and get them off of the field, which tends to be, you know, the bigger issue here. And, I mean, the big god... 60 on up to 75. Oof. Now, the Ultras, on the other hand, down here, we're chugging along about $8 a piece, which isn't terrible. And then the Crystal God Testina itself coming in about $8 to $9. If you pick this stuff up on the last wave through, because you were like, all right, well, you know, we're going to see if this is going to ride some sort of hype train wave here. There's got to be some sort of possibility that this stuff can actually matter in the competitive sense. 7 more cards. I believe this puts it at 15 cards for the impact of things. And, well, I'll have to wait and see. My fingers are really crossed right now. I'm really hoping that the Testina stuff lives up to the hype, because we need a going second deck that can basically, you know, answer a lot of the problems that modern era Yu-Gi-Oh! Has and effectively be able to do it relatively easily. I think an unresponsive effect would have been probably better, but that would have been too powerful, especially like if your opponent just sets up and does everything and you just kind of bypass. That'd be a little bit too much. In other news here, Ice Barrier tokens. I don't know how many people have been paying attention to this, but these just kind of cracked through here. I understand that there is a lot, and I mean a lot of hype right now that is happening with the entire Ice Barrier stuff. All right, I've played against the deck. I think the deck is really, really good. All right, like the combos that you can do with that deck actually are probably some of the most interesting that I've seen, especially with the interactions for the Ice Barrier stuff. So if you are thinking, well, you know, I'm not going to need Ice Barrier tokens, people like to pick this stuff up just to make the deck look nice. And trust me, this, you actually do make this card. You know how many people like, oh, I'm not going to play this Ice Barrier token garbage. Yes, you are. Tier Elements cards, you know, it finally has happened. We're over the $200 mark, everybody. Rukalos has returned back to its former glory. I actually wonder where this stops. You know, looking at how Tier was performing this weekend, and, you know, the numbers, yeah, it didn't make it into top 4, but, you know, all eyes are on this deck right now. That representation is telling a lot of people, hey, you know, I kind of want to start picking this stuff back up. Ultimate Arena Hearts come in about $30. Tier Elements Cash Tier is back at 20s. Regular Arena Hearts at $6. Yeah, the former value is returning relatively nicely back to things. That's something to kind of consider. Pernivial Paralino, you know, this has just also been a ride here. You know, $42, $43 is your lowest from unverified. And then you spend up to the $47, $40, and then you're back at effectively the $50 range at this point in time. This is not exciting at all. Man, Tier is now paywalled behind Arena Hearts, which are 5s, Paralinos, which are $50 a piece. You got to get a lot of one-ofs like the Diviner or the Heralds, which just went up because of the Silent Forcer stuff. It's rough. It really is if you've been wanting to build Tier. Now, if you went in, you know, when the deck got soul crushed, you won. I believe Paralinos were at $28, $30. Speaking of, these Destiny Hero Maliciouses, by the way, I think a lot of people have been paying attention to these firsts. But look at this. Light Place, $23 back here for first editions. This is not what you typically would think to track right now. But those original Aster Phoenix Duelist Pack versions, see, look at that, $30 down there. Yeah, genuinely very interesting stuff to see. And then, you know, you're hitting the near mint at the $39 mark. Yeah, Malicious has some very interesting little interact, especially now that Tyr has started playing this card. It's definitely, it's not calming down. Dark Legends Super Rares, nice 17 market price, $15 on those. Dual Terminals, $11, but I don't know if I really want to play that. Destiny Soldier versions are also $3 to $4. Legendary Duelist versions, yeah, that's $2. I mean, once again, you have all the lower rarities, but I can guarantee you the Tyr players want their decks to look, nice. That's why you're seeing the spin up on some of these other versions. But I can't believe First Ed Mally's really that much. Void Ogres, we've been tracking this at $8, but the damage that continues to happen back here to the commons is pretty good. Though I will say, you now have $1 Italian versions that have just spawned here at 163 listings. Budget options are always good. Even if you don't like foreign cards, you don't have to spend, a little bit more, or, you can spend a little bit more to get versions. I see that we just had some German copies here spawn at 99 cents. A lot better than spending $2 to $3 for English copies. So that's pretty cool, actually. That just appeared as we were talking here. Sun Avalon Dryas's. Wow. We're still holding at that $9 mark. Yeah, we talked about a lot of the Rika Sun Avalon hype. This deck won its second YCS. We're back at the woo phase where people are like, ooh, somebody just bought 3 Near Mints for $20. That is actually insane to me that people are willing to spend this much money just to, is this even play the deck? Or does it have the deck be expensive? I don't know, but that's, okay, wow. Your Queens, still $27. Snowdrops, actually, these are kind of going up. I see that we're really hitting up to the $14 mark. 13, yeah, Snowdrops are going up. Cool. Well, I mean, a $2 gain's not a lot, but I mean, that tells me that they're moving off of the market at a pretty interesting rate. Glamour still coming in about $7. Market price $6. Petals $6. We have Strenas here at $3.50. Regular Rika Glamours from Maze of Memories $3. Sheet at $1.50. Okay, that's not too terrible. Not crazy about that, but okay. Angelica's, the Princess of the Noble Arms. Yeah, look at this ramp down here. It looks like we're still $70 for lowest from core. Oh, wait, that's it. You have 6 listings of this right now. We talked about the ring and the implications that it's going to bring to the table for Infernoble, whether or not for better or for worse. The card is going to release. But you mean to tell me that I'm looking at this right now at this price point, and luckily none of these have sold, right? Okay, nothing over $70 has sold yet. But once one of these goes, it's game over. Like, if somebody's desperate enough, they'll spend the $100 on this just to make sure they have it. Forbidden Droplets, we do have the reprint coming, but people still wanted these to be able to play test for the next month or so. But you're still at 100 Italian version here for 104. Okay, on up to 110. Interesting to see. The rest of your droplets, love all these Korean versions doing their thing here, but okay, they look pretty stable. You were wanting to have them for the next month or so. DD Crow Seeker Rares, yeah, I've been tracking this. I'm glad to see that these are declining, actually, but the problem still lies here that there are only 4 listings on the market for these, and they're just continuing to rotate off. So maybe actually list a light play for $15. Nice 27, a nice 20-year there. Yeah, they're moving, and unfortunately I don't think it's going to calm down, and this one popped up on the market. John talked about this yesterday, but we have Machina Gear Frame moving out of the Battle City box, and this is just hilarious. You've got effectively, people are spending $7 shipping, or effectively $7 after shipping, and then $10 down here. But okay, you know what? It's an interesting place to be in the market. A lot of things what we were talking about yesterday kind of came to fruition here. I'm expecting that we're going to see some more activity on some of this stuff over the next coming days as more and more of the reveals do slam through. But we'll have to wait and see. I genuinely am curious to see where things go from here. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.